Hello, and welcome to today's Clarity Reset. Today, we are going to talk about the visible self. It's something that lives underneath the marketing strategy and the content calendar and the posting schedule. We're going to look at what it actually feels like to be seen, not the tactics of visibility, but actually the experience of it. Like, what happens when someone finds you, recognizes something in you, and then decides you are exactly what they were looking for? That's what we're going to get into today. So, I invite you to ground. So, get cozy in your chair, plant your feet flat on the floor, and rest your arms and hands somewhere where they feel supported. Start to follow the rhythm of your breath, just as it is. You don't need to change it. Just notice as it moves in and out. Drop your shoulders. If you're feeling any tension there, feel free to roll them around a little. If you haven't already, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice what's present for you right now in your body without trying to change it. We're going to take some breaths together. So, a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, I want you to think about your work. Think about the visibility, you know, you putting yourself out there. What does that feel like? It could feel stressful. It could feel exciting. It could make you really nervous. Just think about it. Is there anything in your body that tightens when you think about being seen? Or maybe your heart races a little, or maybe it feels good. Maybe it feels exciting. Let it just be there. Just notice it. We're going to take a few more breaths together. So, a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Now, I invite you to come back to the room, open your eyes, grab your journal. And the first thing that I want you to do is brain dump. So, for the first 2 minutes, you're going to write whatever comes to mind in your journal. Total nonsense. It doesn't matter if it makes any sense or not. You're never going to look at this again. I mean, you can, but you never need to look at this again. It is what it is. If you don't know what to write, just write the word "right" or something and just keep going and writing the same word until the next word comes. The key is to just keep writing this whole time and not stop, no matter what. It's just a couple of minutes. We have a minute and a half left. The goal here is to just Move all of the fragmented thoughts, the chaos kind of floating around in your head to just get it out before we start the journaling. Because otherwise, when we start the journaling, that stuff is going to be in the way and you're still going to have to get that out of the way. So we may as well just spend a little time on it and get it out of the way now. If you don't know what to write, write the last word you wrote and just keep writing it until the next one comes. Doesn't need to be a sentence, doesn't need to make any sense at all. Just keep going. About 20 seconds left. Okay, go ahead and wrap it up. The first question that I want for you to answer in your journal is this: what does it actually feel like when someone finds you and recognizes themselves in your work? What does it actually feel like when someone finds you and recognizes themselves in your work? Try to think of a specific moment if you can, like someone who reached out, signed up, showed up, said something um, that let you know that they get you, that they get it, that they know what you're all about, what you offer, um, and they understand it all. What happened when that occurred? What did it feel like before, during, and after? So, again, what does it actually feel like when someone finds you and recognizes themselves in your work? I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on this. Whatever comes to mind, it doesn't have to be a right or wrong answer. What's important is that you're specific rather than general and you're truly honest about it. A lot of times, the specific memory that you hold about, a time that you can remember back when it happened, that's where the feelings live. And that's what you're trying to get to, are those feelings. So write about those. And again, get into like what happened in you when that thing occurred and what did it feel like before, during, and after? All right. Start wrapping it up. You got about 45 seconds left. So, again, what does it actually feel like when someone finds you and recognizes themselves in your work? All right, wrap it up. Okay, so the next question: where do you pull back from being fully visible? And what are you afraid would happen if you didn't pull back? Where do you pull back from being fully visible? And what are you afraid would happen if you didn't? And this isn't the polished answer about staying authentic or protecting your energy. This is like the real one. Um, like, what are you actually managing when you manage your exposure? What are you letting out there? What are you holding back? And that piece about what you're holding back, what is that fear that's underneath that careful kind of curation of what you're putting out there? We have a few minutes to work on this one, so, get in deep. This is really the heart of what we're working on today. A little more than a couple minutes left. So again, where do you pull back from being fully visible? And what are you afraid would happen if you didn't? Make sure you get the second part of that question too. Like, what's that fear underneath this careful curation? Start wrapping it up. You got about 45 seconds left. Don't forget to get to that part. What are you afraid would happen if you didn't pull back? All right. So here is the next question. What has staying partially hidden actually cost you? What has staying partially hidden actually cost you? This could be in clients, connections, opportunities, your own sense of purpose in your work or aliveness in your work. But what has the careful management of your visibility kept away that you might have actually wanted? You have a couple of minutes left. So again, what has staying partially hidden actually cost you? Not just in not just in money, not just in time even, but it could be clients, connections, opportunities, um, you know, a sense of kind of purpose in your work, something that you actually wanted, that you still haven't gotten. What is it costing you? Okay, wrap it up. Wrap it up. Got about 30 seconds left. Okay, so finally, I want you to finish this sentence. Write the whole thing down. Don't just write the answer or the rest of the sentence. Start with "If I let myself be fully seen," and then write the whole thing. But here it is. This is the sentence. If I let myself be fully seen, the person who would find me is someone who blank. If I let myself be fully seen, the person who would find me is someone who blank. Write the first true thing that comes to mind and let it be specific. Again, write the whole sentence. And as you're wrapping this up, I'm gonna say this line here, and this is what it all boils down to. You can't be found by the right people if you're only ever almost showing up. You cannot be found by the right people if you are only ever almost showing up. So, I hope that this brought some clarity for you, around the things that we hold real close that we don't let other people know about ourselves. The little bit of who we are that we don't put out there, or maybe a lot of who we are that we don't put out there, when we're sharing our message with people, as business owners. And maybe some of that is good, but I do believe that in business, oftentimes when you show up with your whole self, you're going to do better. It's better for you emotionally, mentally, and you're going to find your people. So, Anyway, I hope you have the best day ever. I would love to know how this landed for you. So please leave a comment. If you are watching from YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. I am also in the midst of continuing to build my bus. You can tell it's only partially built. In fact, I just came in from outside from like working on the trailer. And so it's a hot Florida summer. Um, it's almost summer at least. It feels like summer right now. It's just gonna become, it's just gonna get hotter. So anyway, the point is that, I'm doing exactly this. I am showing up my full self here in my business, doing the thing because I am not multiple people. I am one human, and all of this is my whole life. And so, I do these clarity resets for my community because I'm a community owner on school, to help business owners find clarity. I do these. I'm a business consultant. I've been a COO. I've worked in as a paralegal. I've worked in a lot of different types of industries. I've done a lot of different type of work. I just don't want to wear the business suit anymore. I'm done with that life. And so this is what it is. And I can still bring my knowledge, my experience, and all of that to you sitting in a half converted bus, um, sweating and working on things. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up, be authentic, be visible to everybody so you know exactly what you get. If you have anything going on in your business that you need some help with, some clarity around, you need someone to help build the systems, to so that you can go do your job, so that you can go sell, so that you can go, you know, be the handyman, or so that you can run your restaurant, or so that you can do the actual work for your business, and then make sure that all the buttons are buttoned and everything's tied up and perfect in the background, that you don't have to worry about any of that compliance stuff or that legal stuff or any of the things anymore that kind of weigh on the back of your mind because you're too busy to get to them. That's who I am. That's what I help people do. Get a hold of me. Reach out. Anyway, I hope you have the best day. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.